Hello, hello, and welcome to the 2021 CCR Open. This is sponsored by Discraft. Round 3 back 9 coverage at the beautiful Burchfield Park in Holt, Michigan. I'm Holly Finley, and I'm joined today by my co-host,
Deann, Carey. We are playing Renegade's Trail this round, yeah. Kristin Tattar leading the field by a bunch. We have our top 10. I love how you can see a bunch of touring players, but then you also have the new faces and the locals that are there, along with 17-year-old Stacy Haas.
At this point, it's a good battle for second, third, and fourth place. Kristin Tattar is running away with it. So here we are on hole 10 at 297 feet. Tell us about this one, Deann.
You either want to throw a backhand straight at it or hyzer skip shot. We have seen a few sidearms. Looks like we're going to see one from Jessica, but this is definitely one that you want to get the birdie on. And this is looking really good from Jessica.
Yeah, that's shaping up nice.
And that'll be inside the circle for her birdie look. Kristin going with that sidearm as well. If I had a 300-foot sidearm, I would probably take that gap too.
Me too, because it's a lot more open coming in from that angle.
And that needs to sit down, but a great shot.
Wow, Park City from Kristin Tattar.
Lisa going with the backhand. She's a very good sidearm player, so I'm kind of...
For the backhand shot, you either have to go past the trees, through them, or cut in front of them. And she does make it past that grouping. She'll be putting for birdie.
3 great shots so far. Let's see if Vanessa can get it inside the circle as well. And this is cutting a little too early. She'll have a long look at the basket.
That tree really killed the momentum of the shot. About 60 feet from Vanessa.
Right up under the pin. She'll have to settle for her par. Jessica for birdie.
Nice putt.
Such a great putt.
You know, it feels good for Jess to make those putts here later in the round. Yeah. Solid birdie from Lisa Fajkus. Taking no time at all to smash that putt in.
Lisa's always been just naturally a fast player. I don't know how she does that.
And Kristin with the CTP and also another birdie. After a short transition, the ladies move over to hole 11, one of the longest holes on the course and also the most difficult par 4 out here. It takes a well-placed upshot, a well-placed drive, a well-placed upshot, and then a really accurate throw into the green. It's very rare to see a 3 here, and a 4 often feels like a birdie. Oh no.
This will not be a good position for Jessica.
That is going to be very challenging. She knows it.
And this is looking good. Needs to sit down.
I like that throw because...
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, and that's the risk if you throw a driver or it starts to hyzer too much. They do have it lined out of bounds on the left.
Lisa turning that over.
Come on back now.
Unfortunately, she will not get far enough back to have a clear shot.
And from that position is very difficult for your second shot. Let's see if Vanessa can land in a more favorable area. That is turning over too.
Yeah.
Anywhere near that tree is tough because the limbs are low as well as the tree in front of it. And then you're sort of forced to do a shorter than you want placement shot.
And you're also throwing straight at the out of bounds, trying to turn it over, and it's just a lot of factors.
Oh, that low limb. She did bust through, but still, that's a lot shorter than you want for your second shot.
Jessica, I believe.
She's having to cut through the gap and hopefully hyzer back into the fairway. That looks like it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Lisa also contending with these low limbs. Oh, wow.
And that's a great sidearm.
She really chopped that out there. That was great.
Such a good shot. Kristin throwing her second shot. Over top of everything, trying to crash back in bounds. Yep. And she'll have a good look at the basket.
Vanessa for her third shot.
Oh, turned it over a little too much.
Come on back. Fight, fight, fight.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Bush. Thank you.
Not in the rough.
She'll have a long circle 2 putt at the basket.
Lisa throwing her second shot as well. Looks like she's going to go with that sidearm. This is beautiful.
Oh my gosh. What a great shot. She really played that hole well. That second shot she did was clutch.
Yeah, being out of position on the first throw and then laying there for par is a good feeling. Kristin going with that sidearm, but hers just gets drug into the rough. I don't think that's out of bounds. I just think it'll be tough to get out from there.
Jessica in a great position just to do a simple hyzer chip up to the pin. These ladies, even though a few of them landed out of position, a great scramble game and made this hole look easier than it actually is. Sort of a half run at it, I think.
Yep. And Kristin gets out. Lisa for par.
Solid putt from Kristin.
Tapping out a couple of bogeys here. And getting a 4 really feels like a birdie. On to hole 12, a 269-foot par 3. Really trying to throw just a hyzer as far up there as you can to try to beat those guardian trees that you saw just a minute ago. Get a skip up there, but you can throw it just dead straight and have a long look at the basket. You just need to be careful not to yank it too much to the right and find that out of bounds.
This looks like it's tracking. Come on now, sit.
And if you hit those rocks, you can get a roll, so you do need to be careful about that.
Lisa will have a birdie putt, though. This needs more hyzer to get to the basket, though.
Yeah, it needs to skip.
And that'll be fine for a long putt or a safe layup.
Yeah. Kristin looks like she's going with a mid-range.
It's low. It's too low.
Yeah. I believe last time she went out of bounds on the right, and so I think she was just overcompensating, trying to keep it in bounds.
Oh, this looks good. Sneak in there.
Needs to miss those trees.
Wow.
Yeah, past the basket.
She'll also have a putt at birdie.
Kristin has a long putt. Let's see if she can capitalize on it.
Oh, this is tricky. Oh, got a taste of it.
Getting chains from that is very good. Jessica from a knee.
Jess did not want any piece of that. No thanks, and just pitched it to the rocks for her easy par.
Vanessa from in the rough a little bit.
All right, Vanessa with
Heck
the
yeah.
tricky birdie from the woods. That'll put a smile on your face.
Tapping out a couple of pars here.
Here we are, hole 13, 414 feet. Watch out for these out-of-bounds sand bunkers you see surrounded by white flags. Try to punch your drive right up into this opening if you can, or land short of it. Pitch your upshot to the basket. Try to get yourself a birdie 3, but don't throw too far because they do have that out-of-bounds sand moon behind the basket. One thing that's tricky about this hole is if you hyzer too early, it makes it almost impossible to get a 3.
And
oh, that was lucky. That little corner tree sort of rolled her back towards the fairway.
she'll have some scrambling to do, but not as much without that roll.
Oh, I like this.
This is looking really good. Anything in that tall grass right there, even long of where Lisa threw, is pretty good.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Deann was mentioning, the tall grass on the right is more preferable than landing on the left anywhere.
Yeah, because if you're on the, Jessica looks like she's hyzering a little too much. Yeah, but she's going to be in there in that tricky area with Vanessa.
See if Kristin can punch it all the way to the green. We saw her get there on another hole that was over 400 feet.
She just saw a mid-range.
Oh, that limb. That's okay, though. At least she landed inbounds between the sand bunkers.
And with her distance, she can still
Get a 3,
get a
you're
3
right.
on it. That needs to fade and skip. Looks like she'll be right on the edge of the rough, though. So she'll have a look to save her par. Looks like Jessica's got a gap, and she's going to go roller.
Gotta get creative with it.
Oh, and this needs to simmer down and come back. She'll have a long putt. But she'll also be putting right towards that half moon that you were talking about.
What a great upshot from Vanessa. Way to scramble, way to get up there for a birdie attempt. I love this positioning from Lisa. You can give it a run even.
Oh, that's such a good position to be in. Vanessa for her birdie. And she'll be she'll be tapping in for a par. And Jessica for a long birdie. Great birdie from Lisa. Vanessa looking to match.
Very good birdies here on hole 13.
Few birdies, few par. Good scoring on this hole. Next we have hole 14, 246 feet. It is a par 3. The left side is completely open except for you can get in trouble by going too straight or hyzering out too much and going into that rough patch. But it will be either a sidearm or a backhand turnover for most people. We have seen people try to hit that little gap on the left side and just hyzer up into it. And this is looking really good for Vanessa.
Yeah, I myself like to take the gap on the right side, just a straight laser line right at the basket under the trees. It is fun to see all the creative ways the players try to get to the green.
No matter which way you plan to get there, it's definitely a birdie you want to get coming up on the back stretch. And this is cut too much for Lisa. She'll have a long putt, but that ceiling will be hard to get to the basket.
It is very low, and she has that mound.
And Jessica going with a sidearm. This looks good. Oh, she hits that tree as well. Kristin doing the same, but she got through it, and she'll have a pretty good putt looking straight at the basket.
And Lisa cannot give it a real attempt, so playing wise, she just pitches it up to the green, give herself an easy par. I think Jess wanted to give that a solid run, but not be a little greedy with it, you know?
Yeah. The mosquitoes are getting Kristin. Oh. That looked like a good bid, but a little too much to the right.
Probably the mosquitoes' fault.
Yeah. Vanessa putting for birdie. Great
Love
birdie
it.
look.
We've seen Vanessa make a lot of longer putts this weekend.
Her putting stroke is looking very confident right now.
Solid cleanup from Kristin. And even though Kristin is in the lead, what we've got here is a real battle between second, third, and fourth place. The scores are really tight, and these ladies are trying to finish on the podium. Hole 15, this is coming here to the end of the round, another birdie you want to get. They give you a birdie opportunity on hole 14 for a 2. You can get a 2 here as well as finishing out the course. So you really want to try to get as close as you can to the basket, make it an easy putt, and see if you can capture a string of birdies to close out the round here.
Most of the players will be doing what Vanessa is doing right here, just throwing that high hyzer shot to try to spike into the basket. We have seen a few other ways to get there. I know that we have seen Kristin in the past round throw a sidearm there. We'll see what she does today. Lisa, this is looking good. Yep.
2 perfect shots from Lisa and Vanessa. Jessica being really good at both the backhand and sidearm. It's always fun to see which route she is going to choose. Wow, and even
CTP
closer.
so far.
Very impressive.
Looks like Kristin is going to go with that sidearm mid-range play.
Oh no.
She did not get that wide enough, so she will have to settle for a par at best.
Kristin's foot has gone off the gas a bit here the last couple holes. It could be time for these ladies to make a push. It's a bit of a stretch to think someone could catch her at this point, but as I mentioned earlier, there is the podium spot still left to battle for. So second and third place, I'd say, are really coming in here. Vanessa captures a birdie here on hole 15.
And Lisa just running up and throwing it in the basket as fast as she can. I love that confidence, though. If you have the confidence to just walk up and throw it in the basket, then you're doing something right.
3 birdies and a par.
Hole 16, another one of those birdies that you want to get on the back nine. Really just throw it as straight as you can. This hole coming in at under 300 feet. Definitely reachable by probably all of the FPO field. Just stay out of the rough, really, is what it calls for.
Vanessa punching a perfect shot up there. If this can sneak up to the basket, she'll have herself a look at yet another birdie.
Going a little long, but she's gonna have a really good putt there. This is looking really good as well. Perfect. Jessica going with the sidearm again.
That's a putt.
Yep.
Everyone will be putting for birdie.
And Jessica going with the sidearm Sonic. She's really good with that.
Yeah, really nice touch on her forehands. Kristin for bird.
Great birdie.
Vanessa just missing that putt. Lisa taking just 2 seconds longer than usual, captures herself yet another birdie.
We'll have a couple of tap in for pars.
Jessica's got some fun socks on today. All right, hole 17, 180 feet. This is tricky. You need to land inside of the circle to be in bounds. If you don't, play from where you landed with a 1-stroke penalty. At only 180 feet, this is yet another must-get birdie towards the finish of the round. It's low. Maybe it'll get over.
Yep.
Oh no!
Did that skip out?
So behind the wooden circle, they do actually have it lined out of bounds.
That was a great shot. Vanessa going with the backhand turnover. Oh, no. This is looking good. Yep.
Wow, that was just such a knifed throw, and it landed right by the basket.
Vanessa for her par.
So even though I saw an out-of-bounds line, apparently it did not apply to this hole, and Vanessa just putted where she was with a 1-stroke penalty.
Vanessa tapping in a bogey. Jessica for birdie.
Nice birdie from Jessica Weese.
Kristin will be tapping in her birdie as well.
Wow. Kristin made that look really easy.
Hole 18. This is a 399-foot par 3. The most beautiful green that I've seen, I think, on a disc golf course. Really, you can either throw it dead straight through that gap to let it hyzer out, or some people do throw the sketchy over the top route. We might see a little bit of both. And this is looking good from Kristin. Either way that you play it, you just really want to get out there and inbounds. There is inbounds long, and there is a volleyball court, I believe, that is out of bounds as well. Jessica going with the down the middle shot.
Halo turn off the tee a little bit further than Kristin's. That'll leave her in great position for an easy upshot into the green. Lisa also opting for the more traditional route, clips that limb, and it does knock her down in the short grass, so she'll still have a chance at saving par from where she is.
Yes. And Vanessa going with that over-the-top shot that we were talking about.
Just aim it at the heavens and see where you end up.
It's really a hope and pray shot.
Oh, it's floating.
And this looks great.
Beautiful shot from Vanessa.
And she'll be pretty far down the fairway. Lisa with a simple hyzer forehand shot. And she should be looking good for her par.
Kristin with a nice chip shot into the green. And if you've ever seen a green more beautiful or comparable to this one, please let us know in the comments where it is. Me and Deann would love to travel and play any beautiful courses across the country.
Yes.
As Jessica slings her up shot up there, turns it over a bit, so now she'll have a really challenging putt to finish out the round here. See if Vanessa can get it on the rocks. That looks good.
And with Vanessa and Lisa on the rocks, that'll give them a chance for that second place if Jessica misses this.
Oh no, and a little roll. She will have yet another long comeback. There it is.
Great putt.
Bit of an unfortunate finish for Jess. Overall, she did have a strong finish in the event. As Vanessa taps in her par putt. Very good performance from Vanessa Van Dyken this weekend. As well as Team Innova's Lisa Fajkus. Very good performance as she taps in her par. And here you have it, Kristin Tattar, the winner of the 2021 CCR Open. Congratulations, Kristin. What an incredible final round you had for us. So many putts, so many park jobs. It was really impressive to see.
It was amazing to watch. Yes, and thank you to all of our spectators that came out and watched.
Yes, and thank you so much for checking out this Round 3 Back 9 coverage of the 2021 CCR Open. We appreciate you following along over the weekend. If you haven't liked, subscribed, or shared to GK Pro's YouTube channel, please do that now. I can't wait to see you in the future at some more events, and if you're ever in town, please come out and spectate and support the FPO ladies. Once again, I'm Holly Finley.
And I'm Deann Carey.
We'll see y'all on the next one.